Hello and welcome to Roll for Relaxation, the multiverse's most relaxing Dungeons and Dragons podcast. So today what we're going to be doing is playing a new game that we'll be playing whenever Nick's out. And today is Canada Day, or Day. And so that's why Nick Nick is off celebrating the Great White North, and so yeah, we're going to be playing a game where these three players will be goddesses, who Greek goddesses, and so let's see. Okay. We are going to start off in a little vacation town. And I'm actually going to use the Desert Nights layout for this. And the names are going to be all mixed up. I'll fix that next time. But that's set up for 4 people. So, okay. So our goddesses are on vacation. They are in the Greek vacation town of Herculaneum, which is in Italy. And we can actually go to a different map that gets us a little better view of the peninsula of Italia. So the year is 520 BC. It is after the age of heroes and kind of an age of peace and prosperity. The gods continued to be worshipped and are mostly just chilling. They're not really founding a lot of cities that are being named after them. It's kind of been a period of stagnation. Our characters are at this little city-state called Cumae. So I'll ping that there for you guys. It's right next to Naples. And so in this time period, that area to the north is mostly Etruscan. The part that says Latini, that's also Etruscan. And they do worship a lot of Greek gods, but they speak a different language. And so sometimes when Greek gods go to that area, if you guys want to go to that area, you'll be speaking a different language, and you might take on different cultural airs, and you can reinvent yourself a little bit if you want. Yeah, and so because this is kind of a session 0, I'll give an explanation about like just what's this world, what's the situation. So you guys are on vacation in Greek, the Greek part of Italy, kind of part of Syracuse. And so you see in Sicily, there's a major city here called Syracuse. If we go back to the world in general, you can see that you're at a time point, though, where these non-Greeks are starting to expand their empire, and they're encroaching on Greekdom, especially where you guys are. There's Carthage, and the gods of these other groups. So the Etruscans, they're essentially you guys, but with funny accents they might put on. Carthage, whole different ball game. It's a different family of gods, and the main one Carthage worships, Baal, is freaking crazy. People he likes drowning people in the ocean. He likes when children are sacrificed to him. And the Achaemenid Empire, you might not know that much about, because I don't know that much about at the moment. So I can explain that next time when I read more about them. Okay, so in general, this is kind of an alternate history. we're not going to get everything completely right about what the mythology was or what the history was, and that's okay. And if you guys drastically change the history of this world, go for it. We're in an alternate timeline. And where you guys are right now is in Kume in Herculaneum, which is
Ooh.
kind of here. We have a generated image of what Herculaneum might have looked like back then. And you guys are a little bit out of the town right now in a nice vacation resort. So you are in
So
this,
fancy.
yeah, in this fancy estate where there is a swimming pool. There's vineyards here. There is a temple to Apollo, and you have been noticing at the end of every evening, because this is, you've had, let's say, your first night here. No, actually, scrap that. Let's say that you arrived today, and you are sitting in kind of the main tavern area where you're going to be served food. There's a woman, a young woman who is at the hearth, and she's making a soup. And she goes, "Oh, dear Hestia, bless this soup and make it so delicious and wonderful." And she gets it and she starts to serve people. And she comes over to your table and begins serving you guys up some soup. Can you guys describe your characters? Let's start with Mira.
Okay. I'm playing a stout halfling druid. Her name is Lotus. So obviously she's very, very small little person. She's got just like a bush of dark black hair that just kind of sticks out everywhere, and there's like leaves and twigs and occasionally a mushroom that just pops out of nowhere that's stuck in her hair. Um, just kind of, wearing your normal garb, nothing too flashy, nothing too fancy, pretty shy and modest, and right now, very, very, very upset that someone just prayed to Hestia about this soup
Because you are the goddess of soups.
because I am the goddess of soups.
All right. And
Very sad.
Sage?
Yeah, I am playing Nikira, and she is a satyr. She is the goddess of lost and misplaced things. So she's got kind of like crazy brown hair and brown eyes, and she's wearing like a lot of jewelry, but none of it matches. It's just like all single earrings that like people have lost over time. And she's like, "Oh, this one's pretty." So she's just kind of like all mismatched, but a little bit like grandiose looking, but also just kind of chaotic looking. She's got some horns that like they're not like massive horns. They kind of curve like into her hair, so you don't like see them a ton, but there's definitely horns and lots of fancy adornments.
All right, Amy?
Yeah, I'm playing Phoebe. She's the goddess of cool ants, Aunts. Okay. And yeah, she looks like a young Meryl Streep from Mamma Mia. Not like super young, like 30s ish. The age an ant would be. And yeah, her hair's done all nice. She's got her nails done in a way that a Greek in the at that time could. I don't know. I'm just trying to say she's well manicured. Okay. She has time to put into herself, and it's obvious. Now, she doesn't have eye bags, and that's like, whoa, yeah, yeah, but she's definitely pretty cool.
Heck yeah. And what racing class are you?
Oh, she's a human bard.
A human bard. But yeah, a godly human bard.
Exactly.
You all have the god physiology feat, which lets you cast invisibility once per day. But also, if you eat ambrosia, which you can get at the top of Mount Olympus, then you'll be cured of all diseases and you'll lose any old age or like deleterious aging that you don't want.
Interesting.
Fabulous.
And did you guys also mention your racing class?
I don't think I did. I am a satyr and I'm a rogue.
Yeah, because you are a descendant of Pan.
A descendant of Pan, yes, the god of the wild, who is also a satyr. So I'm a rogue, but I'm the arcane trickster. So less of like thief and more just like chaos goblin a little bit.
Awesome. So
And
yes,
also a little bit thief. So,
so as you guys are eating, you've come here because you know that this is a place that sometimes other gods frequent. You heard about this last year when you were on Mount Olympus. All the minor gods are allowed once per year to go up to Mount Olympus and eat ambrosia and nectar. And so it's been about a year, and so as you're eating, you see the sun set in the distance, and you hear a chariot land, and walking into the dining area is a man who is just shredded. He has curly golden hair that radiates light from out it. He has a bow and a lute that he's wearing. He's shirtless. And this is your uncle or cousin. He's definitely related to you guys somehow. This is, you would know, Apollo. And the other gods that are there notice him and recognize him. The humans don't seem to understand that he's a god, but because he, even with his godliness concealed, very attractive, and so kind of commands the room when he walks in. And he walks over to the soup, pours himself a bowl, and he goes, "Thanks, Hestia." And he downs some soup and then sits by the hearth and starts playing his lute. Some other minor gods come up to him, and he goes, "Oh, yes, you are right." He was just reminded of something. He stands up and goes, "Yes, you minor gods, I'm going to Olympus right now. So all of you who have received an invitation to partake in ambrosia and nectar this year, you can hop on my chariot and we'll be over there in a flash." This has just reminded you all. You have not received an invitation to Mount Olympus this year. Legasp.
Phoebe's gonna sort of like bring them closer. Did I think my invitation was probably misplaced, but did any of you happen to get an invitation this year? I need that ambrosia. I just thought maybe like we could share. Like you could be I could be a +1 if you.
Mine must have been misplaced too, which is weird because those things normally come to me when they're misplaced. But
You could find that, right?
if they were misplaced, I should have. Yeah. Should have at least gotten a
mine to
sense.
Hestia.
Oh. Yeah, there was a lot of soup comments that I've been noticing. I'm terribly sorry.
Yeah.
It's been a hard day, guys. But yeah, I think
Yeah.
my invite was definitely sent to Hestia. I don't really know. It's kind of like a weird thing if I like go and be like, "Hey, Hestia, did you get my invite?" 'Cause then, there's the whole awkward thing of like I didn't get one, and if it didn't go to her,
Right.
then that's like super awkward and uncomfortable, and yeah. The
Yeah.
soup isn't even that good. It needs more
No,
salt.
yours is way
I
better.
agree. It's like it doesn't even have enough salt.
No, super bland.
Yeah,
You're so much better at making soup.
yeah.
Thanks.
They don't even know what good soup is.
No.
So yeah, I mean, do you think that they didn't send us one? I mean,
Why would they
who is that
not?
over there? Like, how could they have one over us?
Yeah.
Do you think we could just? Do you think we should just like get on
We
the
just
chariot?
yeah, just kind of sneak on. I mean, just look like we belong. I mean, we are minor goddesses.
I
We
mean,
do
who are these
belong.
other gods around here? We could just like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
we don't need
Pretty
them.
small. We can just kind of shimmy on somewhere. Yeah.
How big is this
Maybe we
chariot?
can like grab onto one of the horse's legs or something. They wouldn't notice us down there, maybe. Well, actually,
Darling,
they might
I
notice
am
you
not.
too.
I'm sitting in the chariot. I'm so sorry. You can grab onto the horse's legs, the tail, whichever you like. I'm sitting inside the chariot.
Well, maybe if we just, walk up there like we belong there, and just
It's
kind of
really
own the situation.
just, yes, that is a good
Yeah.
point. You look
Yeah.
like you belong.
Exactly.
Is there like
Yeah.
a seat limit on that thing? I never ask. I don't really like talking to him. He gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, he is
He's a
kind of
jerk.
heebie-jeebie.
He
Yeah.
is.
He's really
I
full
mean,
of
it is
himself.
like a god's
Bad
chariot.
vibes.
I
Bad
feel
vibes.
like it would kind of change to how many people need to sit on it, right?
Do you think it would like kick us off if we tried? If it like with the chariot? No, we don't have invites.
What if we just kind of keep him talking about himself and then he doesn't check the invitation?
So easy to do, I'm sure. All
Oh,
those
yeah.
gods are so into
Yeah, they
themselves.
should
Just
rename
like
him Narcissus.
you could just
I
ask him
agree.
like
Yeah.
what workouts he did today and probably get him going for like
So
45
true.
minutes.
Or ask him for a poem. He loves
Oh, yeah.
reciting his
Really?
poems. Yeah. Mm.
How many other like gods are in our area?
There are besides Apollo, there's three other ones. There's
Okay.
the god of omens and clouds. There's the trying to think of there's the god of roosters, and there is the god of skipping school.
Sweet. Okay. Can you believe the goddess skipping school got an invitation over us? So stupid.
Yeah. I
Let's
know.
just
That's like
let's
an
just
irresponsible thing.
should we just like go walk into the chariot right now? Is there anyone policing? Just walk.
So they start to walk to the chariot, and you see them get to the chariot, and Apollo is like, yeah, yes, let me see your ticket.
Uh-oh.
Okay, you can get on. Truancy, yes, you're free to go.
Okay, I'm gonna pull them
Cumulus,
aside.
get on.
I'm gonna pull them aside and be like, what if we just make ourselves invisible and then just sneak onto the chariot?
Right. Do you think you would be able to see invisibility? Probably not, right?
He's definitely checking tickets, so if we're gonna get on there.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
Wait,
let's try.
wait. I could make us even sneakier, and then we cast invisibility, and then we go. That way, it's like a triple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Make us sneaky.
I'm gonna pass without
Whichever.
to trace us.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
we end up rolling for stealth, we're gonna get I think
Nice.
10.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a 10 plus bonus.
Heck yes.
Nice.
All right. And then you guys all cast invisibility.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So I'm going to need you guys to all roll stealth to try to get onto the chariot.
So do we get advantage because of the invisibility with?
Yeah, you get advantage because of the invisibility.
I think I got a nat
With a
20.
plus 10.
Yeah, you got a
With a plus
34.
10. Oh my gosh.
I don't even think I'll roll again. I'll just keep that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got a 28.
28, yeah. There's no way his passive perception is high. There's no way. He's a buff
Yeah.
boy.
Oh, wait, I
Yeah.
get to roll twice.
Kyle's like, well, guys, it's over. You made it. You got your ambrosia. You
Yeah.
ruined my entire campaign.
So I'll say that his like passive perception's probably about a 20, which you have all surpassed.
Phenomenal.
Thank you,
Yes.
Bellatrix.
Yay.
So this god, who's probably about a level 20 character, you guys manage to sneak past him and go onto his chariot, and
Phenomenal.
you in a flash fly through the night sky, and because it's Apollo's chariot, it looks like there's just a giant flash of light for a second, as though there's like a comet that lights up the night sky, and you land, and you are at the gates of Olympus. So there are these beautiful gates that were made by Hephaestus. They're white metal that are shining and brilliant. The other four gods walk straight through. Are you guys still going to try to stealth and follow them in?
Yeah.
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 All right. As you do, you try to walk through, but there's a barrier that stops you from getting in. And as that happens, a god comes in a flash of a rainbow. They look around, and it's this woman who is, when she moves, she creates rainbows. She has this beautiful silver embroidered cloak at the end of it that refracts light, and you see that she magics up her eyes a little bit, and they become these swirls of rainbows. And then she looks at you and goes, "Hello. What are you doing here?"
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. We were just getting in.
here?
Wait. Yep, we were just walking in. If that
Oh,
would be great. There's like this barrier. If you could help.
Yeah, weird.
So weird.
Yeah, so, well, if you are, if you are full-fledged gods, you should be able to walk straight through. Did you get an invitation?
Yeah, we
Well, maybe-
misplaced them.
Yeah, but you could just like talk to Demeter or something. She's like my great great aunt or something.
Great,
And
great aunt. Oh, okay. You might be on the probationary list this year.
the what?
Probationary.
Probationary list, yeah. Some ways that you might know that you would be on this list. Is there any towns named after you? No.
Ooh.
Did you sponsor any epic heroes this year, or in the past 3 years, 5 years,
Hard to do
century?
and wants to be sponsored by soup.
I may have missed our. Yeah. It flew from our mind the idea of doing that. We've just been doing so many other godly things.
Right. Yeah. Lots of prayers to you could help boost your status. Shrines. So none of these things.
It's been difficult. It's been a difficult year for us.
It's been a long year, yeah.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but it looks like you'll need to improve in those categories. Increase the number of worshipers you have, increase the deeds that have been done in your name, perhaps, or things built in your name.
So we don't get ambrosia. We don't get to come to Olympus until we are more worshipped.
Yes, you are. Yes.
Hmm.
Probationally. I'm so sorry to tell you this.
But what if like your lack of worship isn't necessarily a lack of worship of you? It's just like a miscommunication that everyone else like a misconception and like the stuff that
Fake
should have been
news.
going to you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Lots of fake
Yes.
news.
Other
Um
people taking credit for things
yeah,
that you
yeah. What
do.
do you
Hmm.
what if that was the case,
Mhm.
what would you how
Well, there's a couple of options. You could kill the goddess and take up her name.
what?
I don't recommend. So generally, how it works is like, say you're soup, right? You're the soup goddess. If they just worship a goddess named Soup, that'll go to you, right?
Okay.
That can be an alter ego you have. So you can have alter egos, but if they're worshiping explicitly a different goddess or god, that's going to go to them.
Hmm.
How do you make people?
Tough break. Yeah.
I've never, you see, we just never have had to do this before. We always just like let in. So this is a little difficult for us to take in, right?
Yeah. Is
Do
this
you
is
need
this
like
a new
entertainment or
system?
something? Are you sure
Yeah.
you can't just let us in? Because we could offer soup, we could offer random items, a
You
little
know, I'm
knickknacks.
sure plenty of
I
gods have
am very
misplaced
good
things. Let's be real, those gods are pretty
at,
misplaced, pretty forgetful about their
I'm
stuff,
sure
and
the
especially their
entertainment
children. I could
sucks.
help find
Yeah,
things. Yeah.
children.
So the unfortunate news, there's a little bit more after break. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Is that if you don't increase your position in the next year, you will be downgraded to nymphs.
Oh,
Nymphs.
You
who made
wouldn't.
this decision? Is there like a manager we could speak to?
We are descended of gods.
So are most nymphs.
Well, yeah.
So, is there a manager I could speak with?
Zeus? Well, I work for Hera. I'm her messenger.
Would Hera speak with us? Maybe I shouldn't bother
No.
her, actually.
Her
Um,
scares me. I don't think I want.
Hera probably doesn't like
Yeah.
women without children. Sorry.
She scares me too.
yeah. That was a thought.
Yeah. Hmm. So it sounds like we need to find some heroes to sponsor or people to worship us or
Or I have to go fist fight Hestia.
It shouldn't be too
you know,
difficult to
honey,
get random idiots to worship us.
worship.
We just,
Yeah.
yeah, just do
Just
some
gotta
basic magic in front of their faces, and
some PR. Yeah, we just need a
yeah,
PR manager
yeah,
or
yeah. It
something.
won't take
Yeah,
long. We don't need that much. How much, like,
probably.
would do we need? I mean,
Is
not
this like a
that much, right?
point-based system?
What
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
is it
god of skipping
per
school get
human?
in?
Yeah,
Right?
who's worshiping the god of skipping school?
And
For real.
A
roosters? People
lot of
hate roosters.
children.
That's fair.
Okay, whichever.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, and children aren't worshiping me.
Maybe I could just go to like a place where a bunch of old people live. They like soup, right? Old
I
people
like
like
soup.
soup.
And they lose things. So
Yeah,
I could
Okay.
fair.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know what? How about old people towns first? Retirement communities?
Yeah.
Well, here's what
Preferably
I
some that are
can.
like slightly wealthy, so they have good things to lose.
Right.
Here's what I can do for you. With my powers, is I will make a quick rainbow teleportation bridge to wherever you want to go. So
I guess the nearest
I wanna go in
senior
there.
community?
the nearest what?
She said, I want to go in there.
Yeah,
Anywhere
yeah.
but there.
That's a
You
good try.
didn't specify. It was worth a shot.
It was a really good, it was a good
That was
try.
good. That was a good
That was
try.
good. That was good.
Hmm.
I thought that was a good idea, the senior community.
Be a place to start at least.
Yeah,
Maybe also like people who are older, they have more respect for the gods, you know?
I
It's this
agree. I
generation.
agree.
They're all they want is stuff for themselves, you know? Maybe some old
Truancy, that's what they worship. Not
for
my kind of
real.
generation.
Exactly.
Raised
And
wrong, if you
roosters.
ask me. Who are
Mm,
their parents?
not you.
Not
Not
me.
you.
Not you.
Sure,
I
yeah,
should tell
let's go
them all
find
about
some old
raising
people.
children, but I'll hold my tongue.
Okay, so you want to go to a place with a bunch of really kind old people. Is that what I'm
Wealthy,
picking up?
preferably.
Wealthy
Yeah.
old
Yeah.
people.
Wealthy, kind old people.
I don't know if the
I have a
how
god slot
wealthy they
open.
are.
But then they'll have cooler stuff for me to find if they're wealthy.
Okay, okay,
That's
all
right.
right. Yeah, sure.
But it does just like bring the quality of my soup needs to be up a little bit. So like if I'm having an off day, it might be a little more difficult
Is
because
there
like
like a
they probably
mix
have like a home chef.
community? A community of like a mix of different old people,
Or
poor
maybe
to
there's like, is there
rich.
anybody like with natural disasters going on right now? We could go in
Maybe
and
there's like a
like
flea
maybe save
market.
somebody.
Where's a place that old people go? Poor and rich, no matter what.
A
Flea
hospital?
market, antique mall, um,
A healing
Florida,
temple. Yeah.
Yeah, healing temples. Soup would be great there.
Soup would be great there.
healing temples. Okay.
Hmm.
But that's
Soup.
also a temple for a different god. It might be difficult to.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
It might be Apollo again. I won't have to deal with him
That
again.
Yeah.
That
I hate
guy.
that guy.
Okay, so I have
Big
two
nice.
very similar options. One
Okay.
is you could go to Athens and hang out at one of their schools. They've got some old fart professors. Or,
Okay.
kind of a similar option, Rhodes. Amazing library there. Great seaside town. A lot of people send
Seaside.
their old farts there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one. That one.
Yeah. Should be. Yeah, there should be something for all of us in Rhodes.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Seaside. Oh, glorious.
Mm-hmm.
All
Glam
right.
chowder would be a good hit.
To Rhodes it
Absolutely.
is. And she flicks her coat, and you guys are a rainbow envelops you, and you glide across the sky and land on your back, taking 1d4 damage.
Gosh darn it.
Rude. Okay.
You
You could have
take
tried.
2 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, just kidding. I'll take whatever you said.
You crit. Okay.
All right, and you are on the Isle of Rhodes, which is not a map that I have prepared.
We're good at that.
You didn't expect us to say old people? Come on, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously.
I
wasn't
expected
thinking
you to
people.
stay in Herculaneum.
Oh no.
I didn't think you'd be able to sneak onto the chariot.
Ruined magic.
Yeah,
Amazing.
that's what I was
See, we're really
racist.
good goddesses. We should be in there. Damn it.
Yeah. Jaime says all roads lead to heaven.
I appreciate that you also
Hey.
spelled it right. Good job.
A super
Proud of
idea.
you.
Oh no. The
You
puns
guys are
of
on
this
fire.
campaign. I'm loving
Amazing.
it.
We're just starting and it's already great.
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
Okay. So yes, you guys are in Rhodes, and you are right next to a building that's beautiful, has columns, has a dome. You see scholars, young and old, entering and leaving this, holding different scrolls. You don't see a lot of like 30-year-old, 40-year-old folks. It's mostly people who are either teachers or students who are here. A lot of religious folks. You see priestesses and priests. enter and exit. And I think that is where we're going to stop our session 0.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you guys have a sense of what the campaign is. So originally, and we might still do this, is my thought was that you guys could maybe like pick some people that are in the town or like some adventurer type people as like people that you want to kind of like sponsor, like heroes, or people who will do great things that you're like their patron god. So I had a list of the people who were at Herculaneum. So
Just kind of like take that list
I'll
and put it-
appropriate
Yeah.
that for Rhodes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and so in addition to all your other schemes, you might also want to like ask around for the NPCs. Who do you think you want to match up with? And then what we'll do is you won't play that character that you're sponsoring, but someone else will. So like, Amy, you might like sponsor a character who, I don't know, is some aunt, right? And, but then maybe she's played by Sage.
Amazing.
That character.
I love that.
Nice.
Okay. Cool. I like that. Would they like have their own like character sheets and stuff too?
Yeah. Whoever you choose, I'll make
Phenomenal.
character sheets for them.
Hell yeah. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Also, can we build our own shrines and just be like, look at this cool shrine. You should put offerings there.
Shrines that you build yourself don't count if no one's worshiping at them.
Well, yeah.
With a shot.
Maybe we should have gone to Athens because they have like all the different shrines and people just like went around and put an offering
A
at
lot
all
of
of them.
competition, though.
Yeah, that's true. But we get something maybe.
Do we have
That was a
like,
beautiful map, though.
an idea of the threshold of how much we need, or we just totally got out of there before asking?
Oh,
Yeah, is it like a point-based system? We just have to improve it before the year is up.
yeah. I'll come up with some like definitive metrics for what you guys need.
Or you could just be like, DM powers, I'll tell you when you're ready.
7 units. Yeah.
7 units.
7
Yeah,
Kyle
exactly.
points.
7 Kyle points. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. But yeah, I love your guys' goddesses. How obscure the things are that
Just super
they
weird.
like. Yeah. Yeah. Cool aunts definitely gave some like weird ChatGPT images when I was like trying to get like inspiration for the thumbnail and stuff. It's a lot of emojis that ChatGPT was creating for like
Kinda
fun,
accurate.
crazy aunt.
Oh my gosh,
Weird.
a Popeye the Sailor type person that gains power from soup, like the eating
Ooh.
spinach.
Oh,
That's kind of cute. That's a good
Okay.
idea.
That's kind of a good idea, actually.
Invent
Pirate
spring
type
break
person?
beach parties.
This is gonna be fun.
It's gonna be
Hell
fun.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Gonna find.
Well-
I feel like we're gonna be like Hercules in the Disney movie where he's looking around like somebody in peril. I need to save somebody. They're in trouble. That's great. Yes.
I need to rewatch that. Oh, that was my favorite Disney movie.
Oh, I'll say also
it was
being
always-
enemies with someone counts. Like if you really screw up someone's life who is in opposition to what you represent. So if you meet the anti-soup man and you just really mess up their
Just
life.
hates things that are moist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dry food only.
food.
Yeah.
Dry food only.
Dehydrated
Crackers.
food.
Yeah.
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 my God,
beef
the
jerky.
god of saltines. Actually, no, they would be your friend actually
The
because
god of
Yeah.
MREs.
they go about, yeah.
Those are the worst. James tries to convince me that some of them are good, and I try them, and I'm like, no, they're not, honey. They're all bad. They're all bad. Just they're gross.
And even if there is one that tastes okay, you have to be like, oh, this is 2,000 calories.
For real. For real.
And they have like so little fiber. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Meals refusing to exit.
Oh God.
Yeah, I really liked them when I would go camping because my dad would have a bunch of them. And they were better than camp food most of the time.
I'm sorry.
That's fair. I mean, if you're like if you're like out in the field, then yeah, okay, it's better than just like canned beans all the time, I guess, but not much better.
Oh, there's this guy who reviews MREs from different countries on YouTube.
I
And
think James follows him. Yeah.
yeah, he reminds me so much of Nick.
Really?
He's,
Really?
yeah, doesn't he? Mira?
I
You're
gotta
muted.
find this now. I gotta
There.
find this.
Yeah. You'll
He
have to
gives me
send us
strong
one of his
vibes.
videos so we
Yeah.
can look at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll find it later.
Steve MRE is what Trevor said.
Yeah.
I will have to look that up.
I can't help it.
Ancient equivalent of MREs were like compacted fig bars or something.
Oh, yeah. And hardtack.
Yeah.
Seen some of these.
I have
I'm
to
gonna go
find
down a
somebody
rabbit
who's
hole
like-
with those.
Yeah. So like we want like a human that hates us, and that counts, or is it like another god enemy?
Oh, I think it has
We
to
could
go through
probably-
humans. So, like, if
Okay.
you have another god that you dislike, getting them through humans or through demigods, I think that counts. So, like, if they have, yeah, like you're beefing with Nyx, let's say, with Hestia, and Hestia has a demigod child, or just a chosen person. If you make their life miserable, that is points for you, because there's probably going to be some bard that makes a story about this or makes it you more well known.
Solid. Any PR is good PR.
Yeah.
Solid. Okay. So we just need people to know us somehow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're just trying to stay relevant. You're like a YouTube influencer.
Ouch.
No.
You don't know what that's like. I've never been relevant, so I wouldn't know.
You're relevant to us.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thanks.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out, guys. We'll
Yeah,
do a
thanks.
longer version of this next time. This is just kind of a session 0. We spent a lot of time like setting up D&D Beyond, and that's been really great. But it's been like a little bit of a learning curve. But we'll have it all figured out next time. We'll have a little longer of a session. But yeah, thanks for coming out. Bye.
Hi.